So a seasoned DM that's comfortable with improvisation, that is well trained, as it were, quote unquote trained, in these different methods, can just use improv comedy or improvisation troupe techniques of yes and, or yes but, or no and. Like the rules of improv is that you can never say no. Whatever it is that somebody else in your troupe introduces during a live performance is automatically accepted as, well, this is the way that it is now, and I trust my partners. So I think they built that. I think they made that choice because they see an opportunity to curve into blank. And if you can catch that thread, you can build on top of it. Or if you don't quite get it, you can bend it in a direction that you want to go to. And now people start seeing this writhing convolution of what the hell is going on that can all eventually just consolidate together to create something unexpected and fun. But those improv troupes, they train combos, like combo sequences, like different things that will lead them down, just like a DM. Comedian comic troupes lead to things that are legitimately funny. And then they create different improvisation paths that lead into that scene of comedy that they develop. So they'll develop out the core encounters, events of the comedy routine, and then when they open it up to the audience to throw out random stuff, that's the players, coming up with their cockamamie plans to try to figure out what's going on here. And then you get to have the fun of seeing how whatever it is that they came up with will lead to what you have prepared. And if you do it well, it's going to feel organic, and no one is going to be the wiser or even angry if they catch wind of what's going on, because that speaks to this, if you can see the curtain being peeled back a little bit, then you maybe, you recognize the techniques that your DM is using. But if they're using them well, it's like, oh yeah, I know that. I know what you're doing. That is well executed. Good job. As opposed to you're breaking like in a storyline, suspension of disbelief is when you're willing just to buy whatever is happening to go along for the sake of making the story go along. That's what suspension of disbelief basically means. And if your players catch that you're like doing a bit, like you got a thing going on right now, you're doing a thing. If they catch wind of that thing that you're doing, they aren't going to get angry. They're going to feel smart that they get what you're trying to do. And sometimes they'll blurt out, oh my god, this is like a Fifth Element thing. It's like, great. Now anyone that's seen Fifth Element is going to have a roster of tropes automatically loaded up in their head, and they're going to automatically attempt to align what's going on with different narrative plot points that they might be familiar with from the Fifth Element. And then once it bends away from that, that's when we're like, oh, they're taking hints from this, but it's not cut and paste. This is something new that we're making ourselves. We're doing like our own Fifth Element. This is awesome. And then they get to make it up, and they get to become more part of the storyline, more collaborative, because they kind of get where if it's jazz, they get where they can see where the notes are heading. So that's the idea behind